Good morning, my friends. How are you? So today is is up level day on our Rise schedule, and I want to talk with you about this being a new month. And as a new month, what I'd love to do a little reset with you. And the reason for that is that it's March now, so it's not really the beginning of 2024 anymore, 2023 anymore, and so I wonder how it's going. So I did a couple little things and I want to go through this with you and we can walk through it together. And this would be part of a monthly reset or check-in that you do at the beginning of each month or at the end of the month before. Anyway, I'm going to pull up, see if I can make it bigger. All right. So this is not exactly showing me exactly what I want, but we're going to see if it will work. And this is in Canva, one of the, here we go. Let me see. I wish I could see you. Hold on a second. Yeah, so here we are in Canva. I'm going to go to the quotes because I want to go through these with you. So I'm going to take that down. All right, so the 2023 resolutions, right? At the beginning of the year, you did a either New Year resolutions or I sent about 500 of you a review of last year and a check-in on where you want to be this year card. And I'm wondering how that went for you. And I know many of you, my friends, use the word, like what is your word? And what is your progress on that? So when I when I was what was percolating in my brain at the beginning of 2023 was the word discernment. So discernment to me meant deciding when I had an opportunity, is it a hell yes or a no? And how to make sure that I'm optimizing my time. That was one of my big goals because time is one of my commodity that is the hardest for me to wrangle with. And as I started with this word discernment, uh, and I was doing all the moving because I moved from one my business, like my Agent Rising moved from one location to another, and I was in um, in this kind of like anxiety, and I heard something about anxiety, and it talked about the opposite of anxiety being calm. And I thought to myself, I think calm is a better word because that will incorporate the discernment. Like through discernment, I'll get calm. So I changed my word. And I'm going to liken this to a trim tab on a sailboat. So when you're on a sailboat and you need to turn or whatever, there's this tiny little tab on the bottom of the boat that with just a little change of this great big boat, this little trim tab can change the whole direction of that boat. So for me, I went to a different direction a little bit, right? From the word discernment to calm. And so I'm working on the calm part. All right. So my next thing is what have been some of the outcomes of your resolutions or your word or your trajectory into 2023? And have you celebrated those accomplishments? Have your accomplishments been so awesome? And have you been celebrating and have you been, just really enjoying it? Or are you just putting your head down, moving to the next direction and not coming up for air? One of the things I was just talking with my daughter about, and she's got some decisions to make, is I said, well, start forest bathing. And forest bathing is going out into the woods. And she lives in Vermont, so there's a lot of woods, and just sit there. You do nothing else, just sit there. And sometimes your sit spot is the same every time, and you go to your sit spot and you sit there and you just let things happen. And so, one of the reasons for that is it gives you time to have some mindfulness on what's going on in your world. So, what have you done? Have you taken a breath so that you can figure that out? And the other thing that is, how has this you evolving, you up leveling, you changing gears a little bit? How has that worked with your colleagues, your friends, your family? What has been their response? A lot of times there's resistance to change and there's resistance to evolution. And have you experienced that resistance from your friends, your family, your colleagues, your clients? And how have you handled that? So those are the three questions that I want to talk with you about today. And I'm going to go right to here again. So we're going to be doing this on a regular basis, is just checking in on ourselves because we get so busy doing what's in front of us, that we don't take a step back and say, okay, is this what I want? Is this where I'm going? Is this how I want to serve? Anyway, I hope that that was helpful, that little review. I would love it if you would DM me if there's any questions you have, or if you like this and you want more of things like this, please just let me know in the messages below the comments. I do check the comments and I would love to serve you in the best way possible. Thank you so much. Make it an amazing day.